come bother me. Hey divas. So this week I have been working at my parents' house because I don't have Wi-Fi. So this video isn't gonna look as clean and cute. I don't have my teal background or my lights or my pink chair, but that's okay because this couch is more comfortable than my pink chair anyway. So anyway, vlog number 3. So I recently got back from California. I went to the NAMM show, which is basically like a trade show for all the music products coming out in the new year. So all of your brands are there, and it was really awesome. Any music lover's dream. But I was kind of worried. I didn't know what things they would have for artists there, but they actually had a ton of stuff for artists. And so I was able to go do a lot of sessions. I was able to meet a lot of really cool people, learn about, marketing myself on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and learning how to build my team and find brand partnerships. Just, there was so many good sessions, and me and Mom learned so much. So it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of cool people. But the second half of that trip was spent in San Luis with Brent Spiegel at Fast Tracks Recording Studio. And I decided I wanted to re-release When I Said Yes to You. Now, I did When I Said Yes to You a couple years ago on my first EP, Unpredictable. And I wanted to re-release it because I've grown so much as an artist. I've grown so much as a vocalist, as a producer, as a performer, all the above. I've just grown so much, and I knew I could deliver that song better. I knew I could do a better performance emotionally and vocally. So I wanted to re-release it, and it just felt like a good time with Valentine's Day coming up, and it was kind of a last-minute decision to have studio time out there when we went, and so I was like, this would be a really cool one that we could do. So we did it. Spent like a day doing the vocals, and Brent recorded some bass, and it was just really awesome. So Brody played drums on that, and Robert Moore from my church, Christian Life Church, he did the piano. Incredible job, just so amazing. It sounds so much better. I'm in love with it. Hopefully we can get a music video going for that one, because I think it could be really cute and it could be really, really cool. So that's what we were doing in California. Amazing time, just so awesome. Currently, I am working on 4 or 5 new originals. So I wrote a lot in California. It was just so easy to be inspired there. So I have some new songs. I'm currently spending a lot of time working on those. And I'm really excited to hopefully go back out and record them and release them throughout the year as singles. So I'm not really thinking that I'm going to do another EP or an album for a while. I think singles is kind of how I'm going to approach it. So that's that. As far as like, I haven't been with Wi-Fi or whatever, so I've had to work at my parents'. That means my YouTube schedule is going to be a little different. I'm going to release this vlog on Monday and the cover on Wednesday, because hopefully I have Wi-Fi on Monday and I can record at my house. Because I have my little studio there that has way better sound insulation than my parents' living room. So that's kind of the idea there. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. What I wanted to do today was kind of do a little tutorial of how I do covers. So it will be a little, they're not always like this, how I do them. But a week ago I did one on the ukulele, just for fun. Because I've been wanting to really start playing instruments more. But most of the time I build a track in Ableton and record my vocals in there and everything. This one is a little different because I have been working on my originals so much. I haven't wanted to take up a lot of time with covers, so I use a service called Splice, and so I'm going to talk about that in a little bit and show you kind of a little tutorial about that. But first, I have a quick little story about this purse. Josh is going to love this part. Look at this, though. It's just gorgeous. So The story behind this purse is every year me and Josh do something for our anniversary. A lot of times it's just like going to the outlet mall. Staying the night in OKC for the weekend or Tulsa or something. And we always love to go to the outlet mall. And there's a Kate Spade store there. And I saw this purse and immediately I was like, that is me. That is 100% me. And I was like, Josh, will you get it for me? It's our anniversary. And he said, no, that's ugly. It looks like a kindergartner took a glue gun and bedazzled it. And I was like, no, this is gorgeous, and this has Sierra Brook written all over it. And he said, no, I couldn't have it. He tells me no a lot. It's probably for my own good, let's be honest. But, so I didn't get the purse. Well, me and Mom are in California, and I fell asleep, and so I wasn't able to navigate her correctly. And she got off the 101 too early, and it ended up adding like 45 minutes to our trip, but we passed an outlet mall by going that way, right? I was like, well, let's just stop, walk around a little bit, because we had like a 4-hour drive up to San Luis. So we got out, we go in, walking around, and there's a Kate Spade. And Mom was like, let's just go in, and if they have it, you have to get it, because you've been talking about it ever since you saw it in the store. And so I was like, okay, but they're not going to have it. Like, it was last season, whatever. We get in there, and they don't have it. And Mom's like, well, just ask them. Maybe they have it in the back. So I do. I'm like, it's this silver, gunmetal silver purse, and it's got all the bedazzling on it, the bling, and they were like, oh, you know what? I think we might have a couple of those in the back. And they did. And so they brought it out. It was 75% off, so I had to get it. It was like a God thing, I think. God was just like, treat yourself, Sierra. Treat yourself. So I did. And that's the story behind this gorgeous purse. Treat yourself. Okay, so now back to more serious matters. I'm going to show you a quick little tutorial on how I build a cover. So I'm trying to do a cover a week, and I normally would go a little bit more in depth with how much time I put into it. But for this one, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the track itself. I've been working a lot on my originals, and so I've been putting more time and focus into that. So for this particular cover, I used a lot of samples that I found off of Splice, and I've talked about this on my Instagram story before. Splice is a service that you subscribe to. It's like $8 a month, I think. What I did was I went through and I found some drum fills, some drum loops, and I'm using a different one in all the sections so that there's some variety throughout the song and it's not just the same beat the entire time. So for this particular song, I just started off with a pad that sounded kind of spacey because the song is NASA by Ariana Grande, just released it. And so this is what I have so far for this song. When we switch our drum loop here, so it switches a little bit here, gives us a little different variety. And then into the chorus, we get some differentiation as well. So that's the verse, pre-chorus, chorus. And then for the bridge right here, it's a little bit different. You can hear. It's a little spacier, these drums, slower. The tempo's not slower, just the beat itself. And then up here, I just added a filter onto this drum, as you can see here. And so what that does is I can just kind of change how this is the same clip as this one up here. I just wanted it to seem a little bit more boxed in. It makes it sound a little bit creepier, kind of. And it also makes it seem slower. Even though the tempo's not any different, this to me feels a lot slower than this. It's more of like a feel thing to me, but it makes me feel like I'm in slow motion when I hear that. But anyway, so that's literally all I did for this cover. Like I said, I've been working on a lot of originals lately. And so this right up here, it's a grand piano reverse, and it's a part of an Ableton Live pack. So I go to packs, I go to grand piano, sounds, I think grand piano hybrid, yeah, grand piano reverse. And so it's just a piano in reverse with a lot of delay, a lot of reverb. And I added some more of my own reverb to it, so it's extra verby. But I could make it more delay. But I didn't want a ton on this one. So that's literally the only thing I made. And it's 2 chords the entire song, which is nuts to me. Because you listen to NASA and it doesn't, like when you after you find out it's only 2 chords, you're like, oh yeah, it's only 2 chords. But on first listen, it sounded like a super complex song to me. But it's literally F sharp and B the entire time. And it just really shows you how much you can do with melody to make a song interesting. Like some of the best songs, the catchiest songs, are just 2 or 3 chords. And you're able to do that with melody just because there's so many options in a single chord, in a single key that you can make happen with melody. And so that is this cover. Now, a lot of times I will make my own beats with drums and stuff. And so I'll do a tutorial on that sometime as well. But I thought this would be a good one to do for someone who's maybe just starting off and you're like, I just want to start doing some covers and I'd like to start doing some more electronic stuff to where, I can do some stuff other than me and the ukulele or me and the guitar or the piano. This is a really good place to start. And you can do this in Logic. I mean, you can do this anywhere. GarageBand even, which is free. So I really recommend Splice. It's really awesome. I learned about it from an instructor at ACM, and I absolutely love it. And so this is like the app. I don't leave the app a lot now. But like as you can see, I have 1,300 credits. Like I'm never going to use that many probably. But it's $8 a month, and you also get plugins. They have like rent-to-own plugins, which is really awesome, and they also have some free ones. Like every month they'll have a free one, and like you can try these for free, which is really cool. And Studio, they have their own cloud, which is kind of neat. You can and see it supports all of these DAWs. So I really like Splice. I think for someone who's maybe just starting off, this could be really awesome for you. This is just a little quick example of how you can throw together a 3-minute track in less than 10 minutes. Like I threw this together in less than 10 minutes, and so hopefully like I can record and edit vocals in like a couple of hours. And so this is a pretty low maintenance cover as far as time spent. So for anyone wanting to maybe get into doing covers or just throwing some quick like songs out, I definitely recommend using Splice because you don't have to know a lot. You find a sound you like, you throw it in, and you're good to go. Okay, so hopefully that was interesting. You found it a little interesting on how I go about doing that. NASA cover will be dropping soon, and I'm just going to keep working on my originals and practicing guitar, ukulele. I'd really like to be able to play like electric guitar at my gigs, so I'm going to try to get good at that because I think that could be really cool. But anyway, Thanks for joining me on this vlog, this Diva Diaries vlog. And I will keep you guys updated on what's going on and maybe do some more kind of demonstrations, tutorials on things that I do. Hope you all have a fabulous week, divalicious week. And yeah, that's it. Bye guys.
Come bother me.